Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. If you're a local business or an organization and you'd like to promote here on the Inland Sports Show, just send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. Now we're going to pivot, shift gears as we talk football. We talk a lot of football on the Inland Sports Show all year round. And of course, off-season coaching news is always a big deal. And now joining us live on the show, the new head football coach for the Roosevelt Mustangs. And hopefully I continue to say that correctly. I feel like I might slip at some point during the interview, Coach, and I apologize in advance if that happens. Chuck Chastain at Roosevelt, ERHS. And Coach, first off, congrats on the new gig. And I'm just going to ask you the question that everyone was asking me, and I'll just get it out of the way. So people are going to be like, you know, he was the star quarterback at Norco, CIF champ. He was so great as a head coach. So why move to Roosevelt right now?
Sorry, my daughter's just popping in the screen there. You can't see
That's okay. We're a family-friendly show. It's all good.
Look, I'm proud of what we did at Norco. I'll always be an alumni of that program. And, it's a special place. It just felt like that we had run our course and it was time for a change. And I've always felt that Roosevelt has a tremendous amount of potential. And we're just excited to start to build something new and try to build a Division I program somewhere else. And, you got to keep challenging yourself, and I wish Norco the best, but it was just time for me to start a new chapter in my life.
You know, Coach, when you look at Roosevelt, man, they've got a great principal, a great athletic director. They seem to be good at every single sport. I mean, I feel like in terms of at least football, Roosevelt was like a sleeping giant. Like they were getting ready to make that next big leap. Because, I mean, they've already been good, but I feel like they were getting ready to make that next leap. Do you kind of feel that same way?
Absolutely. That's one of the major decisions of why I made this move. I feel they have a tremendous amount of potential that hasn't fully reached its goal yet. And we're coming in with high aspirations. And, we got to establish a culture there and establish toughness. But they have all the athletes and all the pieces. It's just getting them to believe. And, we're excited. We're really excited. We've had a few practices on the field. Kids have responded greatly. I feel really good about the staff. It'll be much easier when I finally get on campus there. But we feel sky's the limit, and our goal is to be a Division I program in 2 years and get to that Open 8 division and continue to grow.
Coach, when you look at this Roosevelt team, again, they had success, and they feel like, they're on the verge, on the cusp of making that next jump. What do you think is the difference? Maybe that's a hard question to answer, but is there something that you feel like you can come into the program and be like, okay, if we can do this well, we're going to have a chance to win a lot of football games?
Yeah, I think the skill positions are loaded. It's just been the trenches up front and really just building a mindset of toughness. The one thing about Roosevelt is they're a new school, so culture. One thing Norco's always had was, 53 years of one family treat, the coaching staff, and culture. So we're going to have to build that culture there. It's going to take some time. But when you win games and do things the right way and breed mental toughness, physical toughness, the kids buy in, we're going to get that culture going. So we just need to toughen up in the trenches and build that culture, and we're going to be just fine.
So you mentioned, some practices already. I've seen, on social media, some teams are getting, their spring activities going, practices. Of course, the weight room's always a big deal in the off season. So what are some of the things you're doing right now, Coach, to feel like you're getting your team better every day?
Well, they're in the weight room every day with some of the staff that's on campus. As far as practice goes, we're just starting to install our schemes little by little. Haven't done much team stuff yet, just trying to get them familiar with us, the coaching staff. Most of my coaches from Norco followed me, and we kept everybody on the Roosevelt staff who wanted to be there and trying to, merge the two. I think it's important that we kept those alumni on and try to bridge the gap between the community. So we're just little by little getting better. We've had two exceptional practices so far. If those were the worst two practices we ever had, man, we're going to achieve a lot there. So we're confident what the kids are doing. We're happy with their effort. We feel we can install more than we thought we could to start. We were doing one play here and there, run pass, and then last week we're like, hey, man, let's ramp it up. And I got there this afternoon. I had a handful of kids waiting at the office door, waiting to sit down and talk ball. So they're hungry. We're hungry as a staff. It's been a really easy transition now that we've gotten going. We'll be on the field once a week here till the end of the month, next month, and then we'll be ramping it up with spring ball and going 4 days a week and getting ready for our showcase and getting ready for the passing league circuit.
Yeah, that was my next question. Perfect segue. So, the big showcase, obviously, right? So you guys get, some exposure to some college teams, and then the 7-on-7 thing throughout the spring. What does the next couple of months look like for your team? And showcase 7-on-7. I don't know if you have a spring game or anything like that, but what's the next couple of months look like?
Just continue to build on what we're doing, build on culture. Look, passing tournaments are great. We're not here to win passing tournaments. We want our kids to show they're improving, right? That they're growing, that they're making the adjustments. So we'll play in a few here or there. Traditionally, we've done Battle of the Beach at Edison, but this year that's going to be on our dead period. That was our schedule before I got there, so we'll have to miss that one. But we're going to continue to grow. I mean, obviously, passing competitions breed some good things. They also breed some bad habits. We just want to make sure that we're prepping our kids for a tough season coming up. And we know as a staff, the Big Eight's no joke, and so whatever we're called these days.
Big West, whatever. Big Eight.
Big West. There you go. Big West, Big Eight. But we have lofty aspirations, and so we're going to do everything we can to reach those goals and just build upon that every day. So, like I said, we got 4 practices coming every week. Once we get to the end of April, we'll host some friendly 7-on-7 stuff, and then I got to figure out what passing tournaments we're going to do. But we want to make sure we're focusing on ourselves versus putting on the dog and pony show for 7-on-7 football. That's not going to win us the games. We need to win. We need to hit the weight room, train, build toughness. The little things. The football games aren't little, but the little things in the summer and the spring that matter.
Well, Coach, you already mentioned you've already had some great practices, and the kids are hungry and they want to work and they're buying into this culture. But when you first came on board, I think there were some pictures shared on social media when you had a chance to actually meet the team for the first time.
The worst photos ever. The worst photos ever. They gave me a medium shirt. I didn't take the shirt off underneath because I was already in the weight room. The guy stood up on a bench and took an elevated photo. And, yeah, dude, I'm not a big social media guy, so whatever. Hey, it got likes, it got public out there. So thanks for bringing that up.
I just thought you were yoked. I'm like, dude, Coach Chastain's working out, looking good.
I am working out. That is true. But I don't know if I'm that yoked. I think that was more of a bad.
But, Coach, when you first had a chance to meet the guys, what was the reception like when you came in and said, hey, this is how I want to run my football program. This is what I want to do. If you're down with that, let's go. I mean, what was the first reception? I think I know the answer because you said you had some great practices already, but what was that first reception like?
Yeah, they have multiple weight room periods. The first one I got to go to was the varsity 6 period. And I just walked in and first on congratulated them on what they've built as a program already and the effort they've put in and that we're, what they've done has been special, but at the same time, we feel they can do more. Told them what our aspirations was. And I told them, look, I gave up 10 years of my alma mater, something I truly love and will always love to, but we came here to win a championship. That's the goal, to win a championship. I don't know what division we'll be in next year, but we're going to give everybody hell, I'll tell you that much. And we came here with the aspirations of winning a title and building a culture and something special at a new place that we feel has the potential to do so. And that's the piece they're missing. So it's a great challenge, but they seem on board. They were super responsive. I just told them, hey, get ready to work, and hey, we told them we need to be in all Roosevelt gear. And they weren't the first day. Boom, changed. They instantly took care of it. Hey, we're not wearing jewelry or doing this or that. Boom, done. Hey, we need to today was last practice. Phil was a little messy. We got to take pride in our stadium. No problem, Coach. We got you. So they're hungry. They're ready to work. We're going to try to be a disciplined program and do what we did at NHS and do it here at a different place. And that's going to take some take and give on coaching staff's end and the players' end. But so far, it's been a great relationship.
All right, finally, Coach, when you're not, drawing up plays and getting your Roosevelt team ready, you're at home helping I think it was your daughter who popped in at the beginning of the interview. You're helping her with homework. So what is your strongest subject? 'Cause I'm kind of a math guy, history too, but more of a math guy with my daughters. But so when they come to you, is it what subject is it? What do you feel strong in?
Well, I'm a history teacher, so for my junior high kid, I take care of all the history stuff. We were just doing a kindergarten spelling list, de-spelling list practice test. It's exciting stuff, spelling as and of and things like that. Make sure we're on the line and those type of things. So we try to do all subjects. Math isn't necessarily my strength unless it has X's and O's tied to it, or a 3 tech or a 5 tech or something like that. But just try to, get in there and be a dad when I can in the off season. They give me so much support during the season and make sure they're at every game and so on, that I need to make sure I return the favor as best I can in the springtime and get in there and help them and spend time with them. So it's a good take and give relationship.
That's awesome. Coach Chastain, listen, I'm a big fan of yours. I think you know that. Congratulations on the new gig. Best of luck at Roosevelt. Hopefully we can do this again soon. I think you've got more homework to go do in a second.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime, Pep. Thank you for having us and promoting the program. And look, big things are coming in ERHS, man. We're going to get started. We're going to get it rolling.
You got it, Coach. I appreciate the time. I'll let you run, but I do appreciate it.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You got it. Chuck Chastain, the new head football coach for the Roosevelt Mustangs here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports.